Hyper.
Put it, no, like the other way, because it just about fell last time. Okay. Did you know that over 60% of all bankruptcies in the United States are medically related? That's a scary fact if you think about it for a minute. If I get an unforeseen illness, I could potentially go bankrupt. That's just one of the facts available on the Obamacare Facts website, explaining the Affordable Care Act that came into effect this year. Today, I'm going to address some of the most pressing issues that are affecting our current healthcare system, and then give you some of the benefits that the Affordable Care Act has to offer. There are many issues that plague our healthcare system, and today I'm going to discuss two of the most major issues that we have. The first issue is the annual cost of premiums on our insurance for single people and families, and why those costs are rising so rapidly. Another major issue of our healthcare system is the amount of uninsured people in the United States. First, let's talk about the cost of insurance. PBS.org states that the average American pays $8,233 per year on their average health insurance premiums. That's for a single person. For a family, that cost is just about double, depending on what state you live in. To me, $8,000 is a pretty substantial number. Virginia Mason of the Medical Center in Seattle said it best. One of the reasons for our ever-rising costs in healthcare is waste. Waste can be anything from unnecessary tests to elaborately designed waiting rooms or poorly designed floor plans. In the same article by PBS.org called Healthcare Costs, How Does the United States Compare with Other Countries, explains another reason why our health insurance premiums are so much higher. In the United States, how much a healthcare service gets paid depends on the kind of insurance that a patient has. This means that healthcare services can choose the patients that have insurance that pays them more generously, as opposed to an insurance that is a lower paying insurance like Medicaid. The more expensive the test the doctor requests, the more that doctor and the health service are going to get paid. This is a vicious cycle that we're in. It's going to take a lot of work to rectify this problem. The last issue that I'm going to look at is the amount of uninsured people in the United States. Though the number is slowly dropping, it is still an epidemic. Kaiser Health News reports that in 2012, there were 48 million people uninsured in the United States, though that number has dropped from 48.6 million in 2011. To put that number into perspective, you would have to take the population of Texas and double it. Individuals who do not have health insurance usually will go without treatment or wait till the health issue is so far escalated that it's going to end up costing them more in the long run than if they sought treatment when the issue first arrived. Many Americans, even those with health insurance, fear seeking medical treatment because of how much it's going to cost them. I know me personally, if a doctor says I need to have blood drawn or get an MRI, for instance, the first thing that comes to my mind is I wonder how much that's going to cost, instead of I hope there's nothing seriously wrong with me. When it comes to our bodies, we should be more concerned with keeping our bodies as healthy as possible instead of how much the treatment is going to cost us. Now that we've covered some of the problems with our healthcare system, let's discuss the solutions. On March 23, 2010, President Barack Obama signed the Affordable Care Act. The Affordable Care Act is President Obama's way to help everybody in the United States obtain affordable health care. Healthcare.gov says that the healthcare law offers new rights and protections to make coverage fairer and easier to understand. The Affordable Care Act does not just benefit the uninsured and the underinsured, it benefits everybody. The Obamacare Facts website lays out all the benefits, and they also have a short little video to make understanding all these benefits a little bit easier. I'm going to highlight just a few advantages that the Affordable Care Act has to offer. It allows young adults to stay on their parents' plan until the age of 26, even if they're not living at home. It also stops insurance companies from dropping you if you're sick or make an honest mistake on your application. It also stops insurance companies from doing unjustified rate hikes, and there are tax credits for individuals and families within certain tax brackets to help pay for the premiums of these insurances. These tax credits also help small businesses and giving their employees health insurance. These benefits and many more are listed on the Obamacare Facts website. Each one of these benefits can help us in one way or another, and it's going to help save us a lot of time and hassle that's associated with health care. Over the long run, the Affordable Care Act is going to help the United States, and we need to be open and willing to accept this change. By embracing the changes that the United States government is giving all their citizens and residents, by offering all their citizens and residents, there is no longer going to be that worry that an unforeseen medical emergency is going to bankrupt us. And eventually the United States will be following suit along countries like Japan, France, and Canada in a way of offering all their citizens of an affordable health care that's not going to break the bank. Just remember, the Affordable Care Act is going to benefit all of us, young adults, low-income families, and small businesses, just to name a few. So I please urge you to check out the Obamacare Facts website and look at all the benefits that the Affordable Care Act has to offer. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I know I was.